All right, let's see if we're back. Technical difficulties tonight. My apologies. Let's see. I don't know where we are. Let's see. If you can see me, brother, can you see me? Brother, can you hear me? Let's see. I can't find the stream. Let's see if this is it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if this is it. Okay, here it is. Okay, Angelica Barone. Let's see. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if this is. Okay, so there we are. Okay. Mark Hutton, my apologies. My computer, the Wi-Fi system went down or was not pumping anything out. Had to reboot the system, and now I'm not actually in the control room for it. So let's see. I'm still trying to get this all reset. Let's see. Okay, here we go. There we go. Blazin' Johnson. Hola, Mark. What's up? Mark Hutton and Angelica Barone have found their way back. Lola, we back. I apologize. You know what? It must have been the too much pow, 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 pow. That must have been it that killed the stream on here. My system, I need to go ahead and get it serviced, I think, because it's been acting funny lately. And we don't need funny. Let's see if I can find it. Now I can't find him from earlier. Dag nabbit. Because that one was perfect because he was talking about let's see, was that? Oh, this is it. Okay.
I'm impressed.
There we go. Here we go.
Okay, Todd, you want to start us off?
Wow.
Oh.
Flag on the play.
Come on, let's see the teamwork
Okay.
react. How we doing?
He doesn't sound happy.
Home Alone birthday.
Home Alone? It was good. No, it was good. Got a good night's sleep. So
What's the plan with Zeke? I mean, has he shown you enough that he's ready to go this week?
I thought Zeke had a good day of practice. Really, I mean, a big part of what today is, with the state program and see how the guys respond. But tomorrow will be the final test. But I thought he had quality practice. Took all his reps, in the team period. So I haven't been down in the training room yet today to get an update on, obviously him and Noah and the other guys.
You've been running, cutting full speed.
Oh yeah, he did all the team period. Yeah, he did it 9-on-7. He did everything.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Outside of Barr, all the guys in the injury report, who are you most concerned with for Sunday?
I think they all got a chance. Yeah, I mean, I have confidence in all those guys. Anthony's the furthest away.
There we go.
Sorry.
Todd Archer with ESPN. After seeing what Tony was able to do against Chicago, give you more confidence if Zeke either can't go or can't play full.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I've full confidence in Tony. I mean, I look at Zeke and Tony as guys you can go with and build a whole game plan around. So, I mean, that's the beauty and the blessing of having two top back like that. But obviously Malik and Q's been getting ready. So, I like running backs. These guys work hard.
Mm-hmm. They work hard.
Great job in their both their opportunities with the team reps and doing an outstanding job on the look team. I thought just going to the look team. If you look at the
look team,
the different running styles, between Dylan and Aaron Jones, I thought our guys did a really nice job emulating that because, both Q and Malik have similar run styles for that. So those guys are ready.
Babe.
Dave Laufenberg, Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. I would never use the word easy, but is it a little bit easier in preparation? You've got these 4 straight games against teams from the same division, obviously, and even looking at Green Bay, you guys just played Detroit, so you got a handle on Detroit, so you see how they attack.
I'll say this, Ben. I think it's more there's a convenience to it because you're looking at a lot of the same games, because the way the schedule fell, so you're you're looking at the same teams playing, and obviously playing both Detroit and Chicago. So, there is a lot of carryover. So I'm just, that part is probably the only thing that lines up. But, I mean, the process is, as we know, is all the same. But, yeah, I think there's definitely a little bit of a convenience to your prep.
Getting back to Pollard for a second, do you know what his load is, how much he can take, how many carries is
I mean, Tony Pollard's a man. I mean, he's in great shape. I mean, he's, like I said, I think Tony, if you were built that way, could be a number one feature back. I mean, that's.
Ooh, Tony could be a number one feature back.
Two guys that, when you call plays and when you look at your call sheet and you got, you want to run these runs with this guy and run these runs with that guy, it's just, there's more moving parts. And, at the end of the day, and specifically where we are as an offense, we're, our third down conversion and, and particularly early in the year was down. So, our total number of plays per game is down. So, when you have two lead backs like that, it gives you a chance to, just get in and out of, scheme and situational offense quicker and more efficient because you don't need to worry about who's in the game.
Hey, Mike. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Jake Ferguson missed practice with an illness yesterday. How's he looking, and how is he tracking for Green Bay?
He looks better, yeah. I mean, it was just stomach virus, so, we're just being smart with him. I don't think there's any issue there for Sunday.
Mike, Haley said in DallasCowboys.com, all week long we've heard the players talk about how much they want to win this game for you and to help you.
Don't you love hearing that?
What does it mean to know that you have a group of guys in the locker room who are so ready and willing to go to battle for you?
I think the biggest thing, it's just a reflection of, of our culture and what we have going here. The importance of connecting and growing, and, we put a lot of time and effort into it. It is a little bigger challenge. Frankly, with the the way off seasons are designed now,
Barry White, McCarthy,
reflecting back and and having to answer questions from the prior years and everything, you were able to spend more time with your team. But I love this locker room. I've been saying this for 2 years now. I think this is something we've been building on throughout my time here. So I think it's just more of a reflection of how we feel for one another.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio. Mike, you're talking about the statistics, third downs for the year and that kind of thing. Obviously, your team, particularly on offense, is completely different from the first 2 or 3 games. Do you traditionally, when you look at statistics and trends and things, do you break a season into quarters or anything like that as you approach it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when the schedule comes out, because I think of, how your games are sequenced is important. So I'll be either doing it in 3 segments or 4 quarters. And now with the 17th game, obviously I think there's more to that. So, in the way it broke down, the first 4 games are the first quarter, second 4 games are the second quarter, and then this 5-game stretch is the third quarter.
Yeah.
If you look at third quarter, just the analogy of, what's the quickest quarter in the football game? It's the third quarter. And I think, the first part of this 5-game run, we got 3 games in 12 days. So
which is hard.
It's that kind of thought process because it affects your scheduling, affects your training. It obviously makes you more focused than you normally, not normally, but you got to be really focused on your play time, how this thing breaks out. Particularly over these next 3 games. The way we practice next week, definitely is part of, playing on the Thursday game. I don't think what I've learned over time, when you have that Thursday Thanksgiving game, which, I played a number of them up in Detroit, you can't just wait till after the game going into that short week to pull away because stress is additive. When we're talking about physical, mental, emotional stress, it adds up, especially over the course of the year, especially over your whole football operations. So all those things are important, and that's why I think, scheduling and how you train your team is part of the competition of this league, and that's why, we put a ton of extra time into that as a staff.
Mike, when you see Tyron over there doing his stuff with Britt, do you allow yourself to start thinking about when he's going to come back and how he can possibly help you guys?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, just to see him the way he's moving around now, it's obviously got us all excited. But, there's a schedule that he's on. He's definitely
Hi, Harold. How you doing?
Targets.
Good, Paul. How are you?
He's in the meetings. Good. So, we're still not there yet. I think obviously when we activate him, that'll tell you, we're probably 2 weeks away from where we think he can be to play. So, yeah, but he's done a great job. I mean, Tyron's here every single day, and, he's been really getting after it.
Michael Gelkin, Dallas Sporting News. With this being
All right, we're going to end that right there because now I got everything back to being set up. And, okay, I want to ask a real question here. Has Mike McCarthy won you over as a coach? I'm asking seriously because it seemed like Mike McCarthy took every shot imaginable from Jerry Jones to Sean Payton from us fans and basically was told, you suck, get out. He was given, remember, Vegas had him as odds on being one of the first guys fired. They literally said that this team is done after Dak Prescott. They said this team was done after Amari Cooper trade. They literally trashed the hell out of it. And somehow, this guy and this team is still standing. And he's just kind of brushed all that shit off. He's dealing with Jerry Jones, and we're doing things that Jerry Jones has not had other people do. I don't know that Jerry Jones is micromanaging Mike McCarthy like he used to with Jason Garrett. We've already made one trade. We tried to do another trade. Now we're all having a love fest for Odell Beckham Jr. It just feels totally different than anything we have seen coaching-wise since, I would say, Bill Parcells. And right now, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you're thinking about the good old days of Mike McCarthy instead of LaFleur. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Welcome back, Ivan. DT, it's been good with Mike McCarthy from Jump Street. But not for Cowboy fans. Not with Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans, he sucks. He's trash. His clock management skills, the play calling. He's got Kellen Moore that's, messing. I mean, we listen, I've trashed him. You've trashed. We've all trashed the man. But you know what? He just keeps getting up off the mat and just keeps on rolling with it. Now, there's still 9 games to go, and things can change quickly. But right now, if he can go up there and handle business in Green Bay, and this is a tough stretch. We all look at this, oh, man, it's just, the Minnesota Vikings after the Packers. Well, listen, it's the NFL. Anybody can beat you. Anybody can beat you. The Minnesota Vikings, say what you want. They're 7-1, better record than you. And then you've got Thanksgiving against the Giants. Say what you want. Daniel Jones is a joke. Barkley can't stay healthy. They keep winning. We got those 3 games in 12 days. That's a lot to be dealing with. One game at a time. And come Sunday, you need to go in there, stomp Aaron Rodgers, get out healthy. Stomp Aaron Rodgers and get out healthy. But you have to actually start to say, you know what? This guy's okay. This guy's okay. Odell Beckham Jr. to the Dallas Cowboys. There's an old saying, be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. I'm still not sure how I feel about Odell Beckham Jr. We have made him out to be the second coming of Jerry Rice right now. We have now talked about, Jerry has actually talked about and saying, this is kind of like Dion, bringing him in here. I have to say, maybe we need to pump the brakes just a little bit here. Prime time was in his prime. Prime time wasn't coming in here off of an ACL, second ACL injury. My stuff is having problems again. Odell last year, he had some good games in the playoffs, without a doubt. But here's the thing. In the 7 games he had with the Rams during the regular season, 305 yards, although it was 5 TDs. It was 5 TDs. In the playoffs, especially the Super Bowl before he got hurt, he was really good in the Super Bowl. But are we putting too much on the back of Odell Beckham? Shout out to Help Me Rhonda. Oh, YouTube has got problems? Oh, okay. So I'm just wondering because I keep seeing my stuff spinning. Cowboys Mafia, you're still on the fence too? At least as opposed to Brandon Cooks, we're not talking about giving up draft picks. We're not talking about giving up draft picks. Yeah, and see, Hawaii Cowboy, right. Cooper Kupp had all the targets, and everybody's saying we got to stop Cooper Kupp. He ended up not having to be the guy. So the thing that's still crazy to me is, are we setting ourselves up for pain because having everybody, and I mean everybody, talking about Odell like he's Deion Sanders, that we're talking about Odell like he is the second coming of Michael Irvin or something. I'm just trying to say, is this really legit? Loyal Cowboys, shout out to Loyal Cowboys. Shout out to you. And let me say, I appreciate the channel memberships. I appreciate the super chats and things. I've got my fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed because I'm working on something that has been a long time in the makings. And one of those things that I've dreamed about that is not just for myself, but will do a world of good for the channel. And I've got lots of people that are helping me to try and do this thing. Your channel memberships, your super chats, your thumbs ups and likes and things for the channel are all things that are really helping to try and make this dream come true. And I'm hoping that it does come true, because if it does, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of thanking a lot of you guys and so on. And we'll be talking about that later on, but just keep your fingers crossed on that one. And we're going to keep on working. I know Mark is a good dude. Anyone who doubts his heart, this man did things for me as an Eagle fan. He's fam to me. Amen on that. I appreciate that. And speaking of that, since we have a Philly D here, there's damn
Damn, Gina.
Damn, Gina, what's up? I understand something now. I understand, although we have not seen Philadelphia tonight, I understand why it is Eagle fans are constantly messing with us, trying to get, us to say they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and so on. It's envy. And I didn't realize it, but Harold Carmichael explained it to me direct. Oh, see? You're just like Beetlejuice, Philadelphia. All we have to do is say your name. But listen to what Harold Carmichael said, because he even was chasing them boys.
Mark Holmes, you can ask the next question.
Listen to this.
Yes, thank you very much. And Harold, congratulations on a great career and being in the Hall of Fame and inducted.
Thank you.
Two-part question for you. What team or players were you most hyped up to get playing against, that you knew that you literally were going to war? And the second part of the question is, as you've seen how football has evolved with the rule changes, if you were playing today, how many more catches do you think you would have, or how much more difficult
Damn, I look younger there.
playing in today's football?
Oh, wow. Well, the hype team that you wanted to play against. It's those teams that going to be on television a lot. We weren't on television a lot, but when we played the Cowboys, or you played, I guess you would call the Redskins. A lot of people in our division. You knew you was going to be on national TV, so you wanted to show what you had on those games. And in Philadelphia, the NFC East is very, very hype. It's a hype conference, with the Cowboys, and and that's the only one that's away from this area. We got the Giants and the and Washington football team. With those two, and then bringing Dallas in from Dallas. Most of our fans are really wanted you to get to Dallas, because that's bragging rights right there. We have a bunch of Dallas fans up here.
That's bragging rights.
I got some relatives that I don't really like for them to come around my house that are Dallas Cowboy fans, but we have to put up with them sometimes. But with the rule change, a lot of people ask me about the rule changes, and it runs me crazy because. You look at the defensive receiver. You can't touch them. To me, the way I was raised in football, intimidation was part of the game. Mm-hmm. And any kind of way you can intimidate your opponent, that was a plus. If you can get into his head and can slow him up, even though he might be faster, he plays that position very well. You get into his head so many different ways. By trying to knock him down, blocking and running patterns on him, scoring touchdowns on him, some kind of way just to get in the head. But you look at the rule changes. I did play pretty much the early part of that. 5-yard pass. You can't touch the receiver. And I look at that. I said, man, I was beat up up and down the field. The ball would be 25 yards on the other sideline, and they clotheslined me on this one. I was nowhere near the plate, but you can't do that anymore. And and then again, people ask me how many catches would I had. I said, I wonder if I'd have been drafted because everybody looking for those 4-2 guys running patterns now, and I was nowhere near that. But again, as I stated earlier, I had to make good of my size and put myself between the football and the defensive player. And that's how I kind of, got around to being, with that speed, and trying to catch anything that came up close to me within 3 yards of me, with these long arms and stuff. And it cut me down. With the 4.6 speed, it probably cut me down to about 4.5, something like that because of the reach and my height.
Yeah. So did you guys get that? They were hyped to play the Cowboys because they knew it was big if you could do something. It's the same thing now. How many games? I mean, I got DirecTV, okay? I literally got DirecTV because all of maybe 3 games all season aren't on TV. How many times are the Eagles playing national games or in prime time? I get it. You Eagle fans are doing the same thing that Harold Carmichael said right there. You're just trying to get the love. Now there's some really good Eagle content creators. You got Philly 500. You got Lord Brunson that's out there and stuff like that, right? There's a couple out there. But look what the Dallas Cowboys, what you got. You got Vosh Lombardi's, you got Foots the King, you got Law Nation, you got, I'm not going to say Mark Holmes because we dog meat over here. But you've got all of these big Dallas Cowboy YouTubers that are out here. It's a smorgasbord. You can get ones that just have a foul mouth and want to cuss everybody out with a bad attitude. You've got nothing but the best. With the deep voice looking like Harding. You got Vosh Lombardi, Mr. Mambo Sauce. Man, don't listen, if you ever invite Vosh to your house, make sure you got some Mambo Sauce. You got to have them on. Shango, right? So all those Eagle fans out there, the Philly D's, the Philadelphias, they're jealous. They're jealous, man. They want to come to us and say, why ain't we got all these YouTubers and things, man? We just want to be like you guys. We want some of that fame. We want some of that glory. That's what it is. They're like the redheaded stepchilds that don't have everything that us Cowboys, that we them boys got. You got to feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for you, Philadelphia. We understand now. We understand. Sometimes I watch Hey, I tell you what. At the draft, when I met Vosh, I knew he was headed for stardom. That boy, that man, you just literally just wind him up and just say a name, and that stuff will come out point blank. Point blank. He knows his shit. You got the Skywalker Steels. There's so many out there. Up and coming ones. I mean, literally. You can't help but if you go to your YouTube on your homepage, I guarantee you're getting all of these notifications about Cowboy stuff. And your butt hurt. But that's okay. Right now, listen. I'm sitting here thinking that, Josh Allen right now, he's got some problems with his elbow. Matthew Stafford, he's got, tendonitis. I think Kyler Murray's got a hamstring issue, right? Dak got knocked out. Aaron Rodgers' feelings have been hurt. You had Sam Darnold hurt, and Baker Mayfield's done hurt everybody out there, the way he's played. Surprisingly, Daniel Jones has not been injured. But you've had quarterbacks that are getting hurt left and right. I thought it was more quarterbacks being hurt this year than usual, but Brother Ross said it's about typical amount on there. And I'm just wondering if the Eagles are going to be able to make it through the season with very little injuries. Because I'm sitting here in my mind thinking about Jalen Hurts being sacked, I think, 4 times by the Texans. The Texans jacking him up. I'll be honest with you. The way the Washington Commanders were actually hitting on Minnesota, you watch. I think the Commanders have a little bit more mojo right now with the thought of Daniel Snyder being kicked to the curb, that there's a new excitement there. So, you Eagles in here that are trolling us, you might want to be worried about your own team. Because I think last year when you played the Washington COVIDs, and mind you, when you said we played a soft schedule, you don't seem to remember that you played a team that literally the week of the game got a practice squad player from New England to start the game. And I think you only won like 26-17 against a team that had 21 players out on COVID. I'm just saying. So when you say that, we were resting our players and, you lit us up, Washington didn't have no players. So just a thought. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying I understand a little bit more right now. Back to Odell Beckham Jr. Hell if I know. I don't think anybody has had a whole team literally go out. In fact, it's almost shameful right now. I feel like we're Mars black men right now. Please, baby, please, baby, please, baby. Oh, please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. That we literally are begging Odell Beckham Jr., please come here. We love you. We want you. We need you. It's the only way we're going to get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I'm just kind of like, we got Dak We got Catboy talking about how we're going to roll up our sleeves here. We're going to be rolling up our sleeves and, to see what we can do on this thing. Jerry Jones, he's got one of the prettiest catches I'd ever seen. And that Dez Bryant's catch against those Green Bay Packers. And you know what I want.
Part of leadership.
You know what I want.
The guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory holes.
I want me some glory holes.
So I have that perspective.
Travis Kelce, you said, ended up restructuring his contract. I don't know that you're going to need to restructure a contract because when he signed with the Rams last year for $750,000, half the season is gone, and he's only going to be playing, maybe a quarter of it by the time he gets on the field. Oh, there we go. You know what? Once I mentioned, Philadelphia, all the cockroaches came run. All came. They all came. You see it. They're all here. They're butthurt. They're butthurt. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. See. My thing is, why do you care about what Holmes thinks about the Eagles? I'm not your problem. Eagle fans, I'm not your problem. Why is it do you need our approval? You're your problem. It's called low self-esteem. You don't believe in yourself. Yes, you're 8-0, but still. But the Cowboy fans, they're not bowing down to us. They're not telling us we're great. They're saying we haven't played anybody. What is wrong? What is wrong? We're really great. Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott. Bart Scott said so. He's better than Dak Prescott. And no, I have not been drinking Philly D. Wimpy schedule, Philly. I mean, come on. Okay. I have to admit it. You did do some damage there to the Texans last week, man. Congratulations. You let your quarterback go down 4 times against the Texans. And you think that we're supposed to bow down and tell you how great you are. You know what? The Cardinals started out 7-0 last year, and they down the toilet. Down the toilet. And when you guys stumble, and when you guys face adversity, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. You can count on that one. I will be there. All right, good people. It's been a crazy, crazy night. I don't know what's been going on with the ghost in the machine here. As we get ready to wind down on here, I've had these crazy, crazy thoughts, and I don't know if Brother Ross, I saw, popped in here for a minute. He sent me a text message earlier and said, "Can I be frank with you?" And I was like, "Please, by all means." I was like, "What did I do now?" And then he says, "Oh, never mind." See, I'm gonna get myself in trouble here, but as a man, there's nothing worse than when your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, says, "I want to talk to you about something." And you say, "What?" "Oh, we'll talk later." Oh, fuck. Every guy out here, Danny, what's up? Honestly, both of us should fear Tampa Bay if they get healthy. Shout out to Danny. He is a longtime Eagle fan who has been here through thick and thin with the Eagles, so I can't complain about him. Guys, you know, when a woman says to you, we have to talk, we'll talk later, it's always about some shit that I done that they don't like. You know that? You know that, right? So now, all day long, you're sitting there like, what did I do this time? What did I leave the toilet seat up? Did I forget to take the trash out? Did I forget? Is our anniversary? Birthday? What did I do? What did I do? So now you got all day long that you're worrying about what the hell this conversation's about. No, Jamal. I was not outside crying. No, I wasn't. Don't tell that lie. Don't tell that lie. I'm upset. Wasn't happy. But I ain't crying over it. Eagle fans need to worry more about the Redskins, or you mean the Commanders, on Monday. So when Roz says, can I be frank with you? Sure, what'd I do? What mistake did I make? Never mind. It's like, oh, fuck. Somebody said that we're like an old married couple, and I'm beginning to feel that way with Roz. Anyway, this season has been interesting, to say the least. I have so many wonderful people that have helped this channel, have supported this channel, and have been there for me and others in here, especially like my man Joseph Heatherly and stuff. You know, all of you guys are all important to me. Looking at this season, does anybody else feel like we shouldn't be where we are right now? Does anybody, come closer. Let's get closer here. Does anybody else say, how the hell did we go from 2020 being the worst defense in football to 2 years later being the number 3 scoring defense? How does that happen? How is it? Hey, Maya. Oh, there's Maya. What's up, Maya? How does it go that we lose Tyron Smith, and any other time we lost Tyron Smith, the offense goes down the toilet? How is it we draft a guy that they said is a second round or a third rounder and a penalty magnet and stinks and everything else, and it'll be a project, and you literally have now got an argument of if we should put Tyron Smith back in the lineup? Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Right? How is it we lose Dak Prescott and have Cooper Rush, who everybody out there wanted to cut at the end of preseason? And he comes in and wins 4 games for you. How do you explain all of these things? That Mike McCarthy now is the toast of the town after literally being belittled by Jerry Jones, and he's just keeping the seat warm for Sean Payton. How is it that the teams that were supposed to be so good have all just gone down the toilet? It just feels like, to know that the Joneses actually made a trade and that they're trying to get a free agent in Odell. These aren't things that are normal for the Dallas Cowboys. How do you explain all of these things? The only thing I can think of, and you can say I'm crazy if you want, I think it's Stuart Morrison. I believe it's Stuart Morrison. He's gotten up there with the football gods and Tom Landry. His dying wish for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. If you got a better explanation, I would love to hear it. If you got a better explanation, I would love to hear it. Mark had everybody hates Chris Turtleneck when he was on the when the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. Okay, Jamal. Y'all got jokes. Keep laughing. Keep laughing. Stuart Morrison. Oh, Simba, you haven't been here in a while. Stuart passed away from cancer back in June. Mr. Cowboy 88. No. Don't say that yet.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
I'm just saying. The one thing that I believe that would take us over the top is Jerry finally doing the right thing with Jimmy Johnson and putting him in the Ring of Honor. So this Veterans Day, I started the show, at least before I had to restart the show, with thanking all the veterans, and I know we have a lot of them that are in here, thanking each and every one of you guys, for all guys and ladies, and even military dogs too. Shout out to the dogs. Roof, roof. Thank every single one of you for all that you've done for this country. I appreciate it. Joseph, thinking about you, buddy, and I hope things are better. Shout out to Maya, his wife, being in here tonight as well. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to roll up out of here. For some reason, I'm getting to be tired and old. It's been a long week. If you are a channel member, and I'm a little behind because Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction, Gig Economy, and damn Gina's boyfriend is spending time with damn Gina. So I'm a little behind on getting some of the stuff out. So if you haven't gotten any your stuff and all that, email me and let me know. Hey, because I've forgotten stuff. Because Marley Green's, I think we owe him something, and it's been lost. There's been a couple packages. Sometimes the Postal Service and UPS have not been getting everything where it needs to be. So we've had to make a few things over and stuff. But when you get your stuff from me and things, send me a picture of you with your shot glass or your shirt or your stuff and all that, because I want to add you to this. I have a whole bunch of ones like Angelica Barol, and she looks great in her Jobu shirt and so on, so that way I can get you added to this. And let's get ready to get this thing going right here. Tammy. As always, thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the love and all the support, and we're going to have a busy, busy weekend. We will be starting our live stream out at 9:30 with the game in Germany and rolling right on through to our Cowboys going against the Packers. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing.